we're gonna go around and see what's going on in the rooftop garden. So you can see that the mint and the strawberries are growing, done some good growth. So watch out for the tape. And I think last month the blackcurrant didn't have their leaves, so they're brand new leaves. And same thing, I think we got like maybe like 4 or 5 inches of mint since last month. It's really beautiful. And for the artichokes, we have not harvested them when it was the right time to harvest them before they open. So now they're gonna bolt and keep growing taller and turn into beautiful flowers. And it's a shame that we didn't eat them, because it's a very good detox plant that lowers cholesterol. So it will be good for everyone, even for me. In here you can see one of the fix I did for the deck, because it's not stable. So it's not very serious, but it works. We can see in March the asparagus started sending their shoots, like you see here. And so I'm gonna cut one. Do you see? You can cut it, and then you can eat it. It's very good when you eat it from the garden. You don't even need to cook it or anything. It's a very, very good snack. There is another one. Let's see, another here. Yeah, this one is almost like spicy. And a big one, like a very thick one here. This one is very impressive. And I put a bit of biochar. Maybe that's why it's very thick. And I wanted to answer one question. It's the question how many times you can cut and eat an asparagus from the plant. And on average, with a mature plant like these, like they are a few years old, you can cut it up to like 20 times. Is there one here? Oh yeah. You can cut the shoots up to 20 times from the same plant. And then, like as long as it grows thick, and then when it grows thinner than a pencil, it's the signal that you should not like stop cutting it and let it grow, let him have his cycle, so you can keep the plant alive for the following year. Here you can see the first strawberry flowers on the strawberry tower. They are huge. It's really nice. Like they appeared like I think yesterday they were not even here. In the blueberry patch, you can see the first, like the earliest variety started flowering in March, like this one and another one on the other side. So we have like beautiful blueberry flowers. They look like miniature bells. And then the other ones will all flowers along during the April. And by the end of April, they'll all get their flowers with plenty of bees. We have a very good pollination rate here. Oh, and I wanted to show quick like someone asked me how I sharpen my pruner, although I don't know where it is. Yeah, it's here. So if we can show it, like you can film close. So I use a blade sharpener like this. It's just a tiny stone on a handle. You can find it online for a few dollars. And then you do just like this, like a few times. And it will save you lots of time and make like your cuts a lot more clean, easy. And for example, people who use their pruner every day, sharpen it every day. So it depends like how much you use it. And then you do one time on the other side and you're good. So it's very easy. So now we can go in this patch. In this patch, so this patch is very good because you can see all the cold crops that we started early spring. So you have 4 cold crops. One is the spinach, another one is the mustard, planted very thickly. You can see when you plant with schools and Alzheimer patients, sometimes they have a heavy hand and they put lots of seeds. But we are gonna thin it later. So we also have coriander, cilantro, and the 4th cold crops is the sugar snap peas over like on the other side of the garden. So we chose these. And also, yeah, the mulberry just started their flower and fruits. So I just saw it this morning. It's very impressive. So my father will be very happy to see this video because they come from he multiply it with cuttings. And these are very good. You can actually eat them. It's a delicacy. But it's very healthy. It actually tastes like a hazelnut. And yes, we chose the 4 cold crops, spinach, coriander, sugar peas, and mustard because they are very easy to sow in the spring, direct sow outside, and also the leeks grown from kitchen scraps. So, but the 4 cold crops we chose are very easy to sow, direct sow outside in early spring. They are a very healthy and good snack that you can eat directly in the garden. And they are beautiful. It's just beautiful when you go out in the spring and see all these seedlings. So now we're checking out the little pond. So I'm still worried that maybe the fish disappeared. I haven't seen them for a few months. But one nurse and one patient told me that they spotted one of the 2 fish, maybe like 2 months ago. So I'm not sure. Because the issue is that we need at least 1 fish to eat the mosquito larvae, or else we're gonna have mosquitoes. But yesterday I saw a big frog jumping in the water, so we have at least 1 frog that could eat these mosquitoes. And also one word on the Brazilian guava. Someone asked, when do they bloom? So in Brazil, in their natural environment, tropical environment, they will bloom in around October or November, and then they can rebloom several times a year. But in Paris, with our climate, they will typically bloom around between May and June, in the middle of the strawberry season. So it's coming soon. If the strawberries are already in flower, when they will bloom, when they will produce strawberries, this one should bloom. So we can continue this way. The difference here with the raspberries from last month is that they now have all their leaves. I really like the color, the light color in the spring. Here we can see the sugar peas are starting to climb on the net. And also I just noticed that the grapevine starting to grow their leaves. It's also very beautiful. I'm glad they made it during the first year, because they had a very difficult year last year. So the sugar peas survived the slugs. So watch out for the tape here. And now we arrive in front of these. These are coriander that was sowed by a school, like very little kids. It was very cute, little kids and the elderly residents here. So I'm happy with their work. And next to it, you can see our warm season seedlings. We are hardening them whenever we can, because they grow in the activity room in very difficult conditions, very hard conditions. The situation is like we don't have a greenhouse, we don't have grow lights, and also like several times a week there is at least one person who's going to close the stores, like the shutters in the activity room, and then forget to reopen them. So these seedlings spend lots of time in the dark by mistake, and there is, like, I put plenty of signs everywhere saying please do not put the seedlings in the dark, but people forget. So they have a difficult life, but they are still alive, and it makes it extremely important to harden them as much as possible so they get some outdoors conditions. I gave them also a little bit of liquid fertilizer in the water. So yeah, that's part of the conditions or the joy and frustrations of doing a vegetable garden with the community. And these ones have been repotted, potted this morning. So they are very, very fresh. Like basically, we start them like 10 or 15 in one pot, and then we separate them in individual pots like this so they can grow more roots. But they look beautiful. So, oh yeah, you can see here, like this, I think you could not seed more mustard in one container ever. It's impossible to beat this density. So we're gonna have to, I hope Bunny is gonna like mustard. I tried the other day and he didn't seem to like it, but he has to, we need to do something with this mustard. So more coriander. My wife told me that it's a lot of coriander. But many people love coriander. Some people do even like some cooking, some tea. It's a beautiful plant. Oh, regarding this, you know, this is the tree that we rescued from the street. Some people threw it away on the sidewalk. And I'm not 100% sure it's still alive, and I still don't know what it is. So if you know what kind of tree it is, please tell me. Maybe I don't even know if it's an outdoor tree or indoor, like maybe a tropical tree. But it seems to be still alive, but I don't see any bud. Worst case scenario, it's gonna die and there's gonna be like strawberries around. But I hope it's still alive. In here we can see the first wild, like alpine, not really wild strawberries, they're alpine strawberries, and they made their first tiny flowers, so it's very, very nice, very beautiful. Oh, there is even a tiny pollinator here. So you can see one, like to pollinate tiny flowers, you need tiny pollinators. Oh, there is even a spider. Oh. Yeah, there is lots of biodiversity. Yeah, I see 2 spiders. And yeah, you can see more biochar. So basically, I just took some char, soaked it in a mix of like a tea, like old tea with plenty of organic matter and plenty of bacteria, and then I spread it in the garden. Now I just want to show our liquid fertilizer. So you see under this protection, we actually in this garden, since all what we grow is in containers, compared to a plain ground, in-ground growing, you need to water more often, and you need to fertilize more often than if you grow food in the ground. So that's why we need lots of liquid fertilizer, and to do it, it's very simple. You take all like the food scraps, animal manure, weed, everything organic. You put it in water cans like this, with water. Everything you can find that is organic, the more diverse, the better. So this one is obviously full, but this one, for example, I put some comfrey that I found this morning. And then you let it sit in the water for weeks or even months if you can, and you get some very, very good, it will decompose in water, and you get some very good liquid fertilizer that you can put in the watering can when you water during the growing season. it will help a lot. And it smells bad, but it's a very good fertilizer. A good fertilizer will smell, it's normal. And I don't seal especially in the winter, I don't seal the cap, so it will avoid frost damage, because when the water freezes, it could explode if it's sealed. And also I always cover it with something to avoid the UV. The UV will damage plastic, but if the plastic is protected from the UV, it's gonna last forever. So that's why I always cover my plastic containers with something, especially liquid fertilizer. So this summer, like every other week, I will put some of this liquid fertilizer in the watering can. And yeah, I have an update on a very cool update on this shopping cart that we turned into a growing container. I was studying, because recently I was studying the vegetable gardens in the Roman Empire, and I discovered that the Roman Emperor Tiberius grew cucumbers all year long in Rome by growing them in wheel carts, like this cart. So they would like plant their cucumbers in a wheel cart, get it outdoors during the day, indoors during the night. So in this way they could have cucumbers all year long. So in reference to this very good historical fact about cucumbers and the Roman Empire, we're going to grow either some cucumbers or another cucurbit in this shopping cart. So I'm happy we found like a plant that makes sense for this container. Although either for cucumbers I need to build a structure on it, or maybe to make it more simple, I'll choose maybe some summer squash or something similar, but that is not climbing. So it will be either cucumbers or summer squash for this shopping cart. If you have a preference, you can tell me. But I'm glad we found the perfect crop. And now we can check on our dear friend Bunny. So you see, I gave him a new crate. So you see Bunny's doing very well. Like all the residents come in every day to check on him. And recently a resident, a very nice resident, told me that she brings him an apple every time she has an apple, because they have an apple like maybe 3 times a week here. And she brings half of her apple to Bunny. So she's sharing her own meal with Bunny. So I find it very touching and very nice. So he has a best friend now in the residence. And I'm very grateful for Bunny. I think he's like a perfect advocate for vegetable gardening, because when people Bunny will bring people to the garden, and then once they're in the garden, they want to do some vegetable gardening to feed Bunny with the vegetables, and they spend more time in there. So I think even for people everywhere, maybe the fact that we are attracted by animals or cute animals is a very good way to start learning about vegetable gardening. So I'm glad we have him. And I'll just show you that he loves eating tree branches. Like this is a hazelnut branch, and you see, or maybe he prefers hay, but if you give him a branch like this, usually he will eat it right away. Especially the young leaves and crunchy branches. He doesn't look very hungry now, but or maybe he's shy. Or maybe I can feed him on me. Like a baby. So sometimes we forget that animals like eating trees. It's very good for, it's very healthy, very good for his teeth. But then, of course, there is a lot on the ground. It's a mess, but it's cute. So yeah, this is all for the tour. I hope we are gonna have a, oh, he likes jumping too. Maybe he's upset. Yeah, I hope we are gonna have a great season in April. And I thank you everyone who is watching the videos. It's helping the project a lot. I think it's thanks to your support that we can run this garden for the Alzheimer patient here. And they are all very grateful, even their families. They always tell how grateful they are. So it's thanks to our work, and our work exists only thanks to your support. So thank you very much.